Yugioh! Alright, so back at this all over again. This time
with the greatest opening theme ever.
Doing the Aqua, doing a very, very, very unknown deck at the moment. There should be more support coming out for it, as there is only 3 monsters for this archetype. We're going to be doing a deck profile on the Aqua actresses. Alright, so you run 3 copies of your big boss guy, who's not really a big boss guy without anything else. You run 3 Arowanas. He's also like your Stratos, so you just search, but you can activate it once per turn. So you can search out your Guppy, which once per turn you can special summon. So you summon him, you get to special summon the Arowana. Then you get a search. You also run the 3 copies of Tetra, because Tetra gets all your spell cards that protect your Arowanas, your Guppies, your Tetras, all your water monsters in this deck. That's pretty much all that needs to be said about the Aqua actresses. And that's it for the Aqua actress monsters. Next up, I play 3 copies of Mother Grizzly. Mother Grizzly, you open it up, it's really good. You can instantly get out a Tetra or a Guppy for next turn. Tetra, you can search out your Aquarium card. Guppy, you can just special summon if you open up one of the bigger guys. So 3 copies of Mother Grizzly is really good. There's also another card you'll see later why I run it. I'm running 3 copies of Swap Frog, which are actually right here. They're just in another deck. Swap Frog, you can pitch your Aqua actresses to grave and use the effect of your Aquarium spell cards to special summon them back after. Next, I run 2 copies of Mobius, because he's back row hate, and you can also special summon him out with the effects of your Aquarium cards, because it doesn't specify that it has to be an Aqua actress monster. And the last monster that I run is, at the moment I'm running 1 Testudo Eret Newman. This card is absolutely broken right now. As long as it's on the field, neither player can special summon monsters over 1800 attack. He also has an 1800 defense, so the only way that you're going to get over him is if you were Geki, Dark Hole, or summon a 1900 level 4 guy that's just going to attack over it. With Mother Grizzly, you can just special it out first turn. There's also other cards that can get it out. It's just really, really good right now. And that's it for the monsters. Next is spells. I'm running 3 copy of Aquarium set, because it gives all water monsters 300 attack and defense, and then it also adds on an extra 300 to all the Aqua actress monsters. So having one of these out automatically buffs up your Aqua actress by 600 attack and defense. And then I'm running 3 copies of Stage, because water monsters control can't be destroyed by battle other than with water monsters. So you can try and keep running through this guy while I have this out, and you will fail over and over and over again unless you get it with a water. I'm only running 2 copies of Lightning. You can only have 1 in control anyway. It is really good when an Aqua actress monster battles your opponent. The attack during damage calculation, your monster's attack doubles. So having the trio out at once is really good, because you have 600 attack and defense, your monster's attack doubles, and it can't be destroyed by anything but water. So even if you try and crash, you won't die. And then when any of them are sent to grave, you can special out 1 Aqua type monster from your graveyard. So if you try and MST it, I'm just going to special out something else. Next, I ran 2 copies of Salvage, because you can just recycle your Guppies, recycle your Tetras, and it leads to a lot of really good plays, especially if you have your Aquarium cards out. I'm running 2 copies of Wetlands and 1 Terraforming. The Wetlands in this deck makes this guy, your Tetra, and your Guppy really, really big. Because it gives all level 2 or lower water monsters 1200 attack, and again with the Aquarium cards, it just makes them crazy, especially the Aqua actresses. I'm only running 1 Terraforming, because there's been times where I open 2 Wetlands, then the Terraforming is dead in deck, or I open up Wetlands Terraforming. The Terraforming might actually come out at some point, but for now it's going to stay in. At the moment, I don't have any parallel twisters, or else I would be running 3 of them. But I'm running 1 double cyclone and 1 MST. Double cyclone, I can destroy one of my aquarium cards, destroy one of your back row. And MST, I can either destroy your back row or I can destroy one of my aquarium cards and get a special summon from it. And I'm running 1 Regeki, obviously, because it's only at 1, and 1 for 1, so I can get out this guy, who is my favorite card of the deck. And you will see him over and over and over again, because he's just too good right now. That's it for the spells. For the traps, I'm running 3 Aqua Stories. This is its own, like, Fiendish Chain, Breakthrough Skill, Effect Failure. It also makes your opponent's monsters 100 attack, and your opponent can't target their own cards with anything. Or it's unaffected by all your opponent's cards too. So it is good for blocking out like Regeki, so you can target one of your monsters, it protects them. Or if they're trying to attack you, you just go, I'm gonna Urashima you, its attack and defense go to 100 and its effects are negated. And then I'm running 1 ofs, 1 bottomless, 1 compulse, 1 warning, 1 fiendish chain, and 1 spiritual water art. Spiritual water art, first turn in this format and any format lately is really good because first turn you get to see what your opponent has in their hand and you get to discard 1 card in their hand. So if they open up something crazy and there's 1 card that makes it crazy, you just go, hey, no, I'm going to discard that card from your hand. And that is it for the main deck. Now for the extra deck.
Again, probably 41 cards in that main deck.
Yeah, probably. I'm running 1 Slacker Magician because it's generic for anything that runs small monsters. 1 Gotchi, as it is also generic. 1 Dark Mist, just in case. It's quite hard to get into because I do only run 3 level 2 monsters. Or no, I run 6 level 2 monsters, but having 3 Guppies or 2 Guppies and a Swap Frog out at the same time and going into him seems like a huge loss. When I can, because if I have them out, I probably have Wetlands out, which makes them bigger. I'm also running 1 copy of Armored Kappa and 1 copy of Cat Shark, and 1 copy of Augusto Phoenix. Phoenix only because if I need something big that can do damage right away, I go with Augusto, and then I attack directly twice for 3k damage instead of attacking for 15 or something smaller. I'm running 1 Downer Magician because I can overlay any of these guys into it. Again, it also does piercing damage, and yeah, it's pretty good. And then for 6s, I am missing I'm missing a bunch of cards here. I'm also running 1 Sky Cavalry Centaura. It's really good. I kind of forget what it does, but I know it's good. I'm running 1 Photon Strike Bouncer for negating effects, 1 Force Focus to negate effects, 1 Gauntlet Launcher for removal, 1 Sword Breaker for removal as well, 1 Shogi Rook because it's pretty good. I can target 1 monster and 1 spell and trap and destroy it. We're running 1 Exabeetle just for, again, removal. Can just equip something to it, pop it. And then I'm running 1 copy of Gaia Dragon, the Thunder Charger, for piercing damage because Shaddoll's like to set a lot, and there's piercing damage is alright right now. And that's it for the Aqua Actress deck profile. Crisco signing off.